TLC's My 600-Pound Life has gained a lot of popularity over the years. The show follows several morbidly obese patients as they work to one common goal: losing weight and getting surgery. However, it appears as if the show has been losing viewers recently. Today, we're going to take a deeper look into why My 600-Pound Life is losing viewers. Be sure to watch this entire video, as you don't want to miss out on these facts. Also, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to never miss an upload. Dr. Now has been sued twice. Dr. Now and Houston Obesity Surgery and Best Care Clinic Inc. were sued in September of 2017 by a patient who had undergone laparoscopic surgery to remove her gastric banding and port. She also had a hiatal hernia repaired. According to the lawsuit, Dr. Now and his team left foreign bodies inside the patient. The case is currently ongoing. Michelle Park, another patient of Dr. Now, sued the surgeon in 2012 for an eerily similar issue. Park and her lawyers claimed that Dr. Now had left a 6.69-inch piece of tubing inside her body after gastric sleeve surgery. According to Park, the tubing was not found until 22 months after the procedure. Ew. This case was dismissed in 2013, and there was rumblings that it was settled in a top-secret mediation setting. Dr. Now himself said it was pretty straightforward. The lawsuit against me was dismissed because I was not the one who left the tube, he says. The patient was paralyzed following her weight loss procedure. Susan Farmer, who lost 100 pounds in a few months prior to her surgery, was dedicated to making sure she lived a healthier life. However, after the surgery, she found herself unable to walk. At first, doctors thought it was her unwillingness to help herself, but they soon realized she was temporarily paralyzed. Doctors feared that the paralysis would be permanent, but Susan wasn't giving up. The surgery was my second chance at life, and I'm not going to let a setback like this take that from me, she said. I'm going to fight. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get better. It took months, but Susan completed agonizing therapy and is back on her feet. She lost over 400 pounds. Well, this is definitely concerning and brings up the question, is my 600-pound life actually safe for these patients? If I had heard about a paralysis following the weight loss procedure with Dr. Now, I surely wouldn't want to be a guest on the show. They don't actually show us the full transformations. My 600-pound life may show us just how difficult it is for the participants to lose half their body weight. However, what many of you probably didn't know is that the road to recovery and transformation is far from over after the camera stopped rolling. Some stars thrive, but others struggle to keep their weight off and live normal lives. Now, the show does occasionally follow up with its former cast members months or even years after their debut, though the spin-off series My 600-Pound Life, Where Are They Now?, follows former stars as they continue to progress after their weight loss journeys. This doesn't apply to all the participants. We can understand why they would do this, as it definitely is hard to keep in touch with all the former participants, but it would be nice if they could add some more updates to each guest, maybe a couple months after their time on the show. Many of the stars of My 600-Pound Life have filed lawsuits against Megalomedia. Plenty of My 600-Pound Life stars have publicly sang the praises of Dr. Now for his life-saving help, such as Justin McSwain and Amber Ratchety, but that hasn't always been the case for the company that produces the show, Megalomedia, which has come under fire on more than one occasion. Amber Ratchety has criticized the production company, saying that Megalomedia bullied her and didn't respect her boundaries. As mentioned earlier, Dr. Now has actually been sued by some of the participants on the show. Now, to add on to this, the official company has faced its fair share of lawsuits in their time. By late April 2020, no fewer than 10 cast members of My 600-Pound Life have filed lawsuits against Megalomedia for a variety of reasons. For example, Alicia Kerrigan became the 10th person to sue the production company, alleging that they didn't provide her with adequate mental health counseling. Additionally, she claimed that they promised to pay for her medical costs related to surgery and reneged on the deal, something many of the other cast members have also claimed. Other lawsuits have accused Megalomedia of fraud, gross negligence, and threatening to withhold payment for surgery if they didn't get footage that they wanted. Many of the guests on the show have spoken against the process. Cynthia Wells appeared in My 600-Pound Life earlier this year. After one post-operation visit to a therapist, she refused further sessions. She felt that aside from surgery, Dr. Now and the show had nothing to offer. Like Penny Sager, she decided to do things her own way, and she went on to lose 156 pounds over the next year, dropping fried foods from her diet. Her total weight loss from 610 to 454 pounds equaled around 25% of her total body weight. Post-show, Penny Sager also had some choice words to say about her experiences on the docuseries. When asked to discuss her interaction with Dr. Now, she replied, "He only seen me on filming and did the surgery. I was handled entirely by an off-screen doctor and treated by him, and I left them and Texas over 2 years ago." Some patients don't take it seriously. You would think that if you were ill enough to appear on a show called My 600-Pound Life, you would at least be dedicated to the process. This isn't always the case. One patient, Penny, believed believe it or not, once again, is proof of that. She was manipulative, uncooperative, and unwilling to change. Yet, she still underwent the surgery, which is fairly life-threatening. After the surgery, Penny wasn't losing weight because she was not committed to the whole process. Dr. Now said that if her delusional behavior didn't stop, she'd be stuck like this for life. During a Where Are They Now episode of the show, Penny refused to step on the scale. According to her, weight doesn't matter. Dr. Now often performs surgery on untreatable patients. Dr. Now is an expert in weight loss surgery, particularly as part of bariatric weight loss surgery. He specializes in people who are super morbidly obese, which are patients with a BMI of 50 or more. Given that every participant on the show is at least 600 pounds, that means many patients have a BMI of 100 or more. As we can all imagine, pretty serious stuff. Some doctors who perform weight loss surgery have a maximum limit for a client's starting weight. For example, the University of California at San Francisco Medical Center has a weight limit of 450 pounds, due to that being the biggest weight their x-ray machines can measure. Also, the more somebody weighs, the more the risks increase, as with any surgery. This is what sets both Dr. Now and the show apart, as those who aren't able to get bariatric surgery elsewhere come to his office. Contestants are humiliated in many bathroom scenes. Washing or using the bathroom can be a struggle at 600 pounds, especially in a world built for smaller bodies. Some participants on the show have a hard time just trying to squeeze into a bathroom or shower at all. To that end, many of them rely on sponge baths as their primary method of hygiene. In any case, each individual on the show has to be filmed at least once washing their bodies. Genital areas are censored, but viewers still get a full view of the patient's large body. It's very intimate. Pretty weird if you ask me. As you all know, most 600-pound lifers have suffered years of stares and ridicule due to their weight, and as such, the scenes can easily be viewed as very rude, requiring participants to share humiliating moments with the world. Also keep in mind, many of them had previously refused to go out in public, even when fully dressed. Perhaps the most embarrassing instance was in an episode featuring Nicole Lewis, whose story aired in 2017. Both of her parents were substance addicts, and she ate her pain away. Unfortunately, she got so big that she couldn't fit in the shower, so she had to be washed by her partner outside on the porch. While it is understandable why the show would want to show how much the patients struggle with their obesity, it's probably best they do it in another way besides showing the contestants in the bathroom. The show doesn't cover all medical expenses. My 600-pound life stars are rewarded for their TV appearances with financial help for 1 year, which covers Dr. Now's expensive medical fees. That's assuming they qualify for weight loss surgery during the year-long filming process. If they do qualify that year and undergo weight loss surgery, they may lose the weight, but then comes another obstacle: excess skin. Skin removal surgery is an option, but it's not covered by the show because it is classified as a cosmetic surgery, according to Stargasm, and qualifying for this procedure could take more than a year, which is even longer than it takes to shoot an episode, given that the stars of My 600-Pound Life often turn to crowd fundraising in order to raise the funds necessary for other procedures. Chad Dean of Season 4, for example, raised nearly $6,000 on GoFundMe for skin removal surgery following his massive weight loss on the show. Dr. Now isn't always there. It's important to remember that, with reality television, you aren't always seeing what you think you're seeing. Much of the show and storyline is doctored behind the cameras, and things aren't always what they appear. But this one might come as a shock to you all. One guest on the show has spoken out about the way they do things. Cynthia Wells claimed to only have seen Dr. Now during filming and the surgery, and that the rest of her experience behind the scenes on the show was allegedly handled by a different doctor. Now, this could have been due to the fact that Dr. Now was sick or not able to be there for the filming due to other complications, but it's definitely interesting that they would have different doctors on the show.